This has been a long time coming. I keep getting asked by people, when are you gonna do a Lost Ark video? And my answer was, well, I recorded footage for it, but I had kept getting preoccupied with other videos. So here we are. Now, do let me preface this video by stating two things. One, I only made it to level 15 in this initial impressions video and have every intention of doing a follow-up to level 30, then one going beyond that. So don't take this as like an official review or my final judgment of the game. And two, to play Lost Ark right now, you will need a VPN, just like with Ascent Infinite Realm. The VPN that I and a lot of other people that play these MMOs use is exit lag. Why exit lag? Well, because it works. I mean, I've been using it for months now and have had no issues with it. It's fast, it works in the background, and it provides latency boosts, ping boosts to MMOs like Final Fantasy XIV, Blade and Soul, and even WoW. I have a link to that in the description and pinned comment, so if you guys want to go ahead and try that out for free right now, you can. Lost Ark is perhaps the most hyped up, highly anticipated 3D fantasy MMORPG in recent memory. I think the only game that was equally as anticipated was perhaps Blade and Soul? No, maybe Black Desert? Yeah. The game features a large open world that is fully explorable by both land and ship. While land exploration is more or less limited and similar to what you would expect in any traditional MMO, naval exploration is a little different. While sailing the world, you will come across various unique islands scattered around the sea that are supposed to provide players with a sense of immersion and discovery. In my opinion, although the game is open world, the areas themselves, at least on land, are not as openly traversable as Black Desert or World of Warcraft. Pretty damn good, actually. If you could only say two things about Lost Ark, it's that it's not only beautiful, but it has amazing combat. I chose to go the Magician class because I like to shoot fireballs at people, and they're often a much more visually appealing class to play. You get to fling fireballs, electrocute things, turn enemies into popsicles. I mean, honestly, what is there not to love about the Mage class? Lost Ark was no different. You have a variety of skills to use for every class that all differ quite significantly, making, from what I experienced, each class feel pretty unique in their own right. One thing I'm glad for was the fact that you actually got to fully test out your character and their class before choosing it, so that'll give you a general idea of what to expect at higher levels. Thankfully, because otherwise I probably would have ended up with something I ended up not really enjoying. So as of recording the footage, there were 4 base classes available: the Warrior, the Magician, the Fighter, and the Hunter. Upon reaching level 10, you gain access to 3 new advanced classes. Warrior had Berserker, Warlord, and Destroyer. Magician had Arcana, Summoner, and Bard. Fighter had Battle Master, Infighter, Soulmaster, and Window Man. I mean... no, I did not name any of these, and I am not screwing with you right now. I cannot be held accountable for how ridiculous that these sound. Then the Hunter has Devil Hunter, Blaster, and Hawkeye. There have been several other classes mentioned, such as the new Lance Master, the Assassin, the Specialist, each which have their own advanced classes as well, but these were the classes that were available as of a few weeks ago. One thing of note is that the classes are all gender locked, something I still don't understand in this day and age. Why do we need gender locking? Is it really so difficult to make all the classes available for both genders? Two of the most important parts of every game are how well it plays and how good it looks. Character customization is definitely a large part in how good a game looks. This is especially true for MMOs. Games like Final Fantasy XIV and Guild Wars 2 thrive on their fashion communities, and I could not imagine either game without them. You'll be happy to learn then that not only is this game beautiful, but you can also make equally as beautiful characters. Perhaps some of the most beautiful fantasy characters in an MMO. I mean, you know, sure, Black Desert has very realistic looking characters, but Lost Ark? Man, they absolutely nailed that fantasy theme. Just take a moment, just a brief moment here, and look at how beautiful the base models of the Magician are. Unfortunately though, there are less options than in other MMOs, so making your character look truly unique, having your own unique style, might take a little more work as you have a lot less sliders to craft your little bit of perfection with. There are also a lot of outfits to play dress up in, but honestly, what South Korean MMO doesn't offer 200 super amazeballs outfits to purchase from the store? There's plenty of content in-game, and Smilegate, the team behind Lost Ark, are adamant about releasing large updates every other month that add in new continents, classes, and, well, I mean, if you watch our weekly bite of MMORPG news videos, then you know exactly what they add and how frequently they add it. There are instance dungeons, large raid bosses, mini-games, a plethora of professions to master, and heck, you even get to own and manage your own island. PvP, on the other hand, is an unbalanced mess at times, pitting people of largely differing item levels against one another, something that has infuriated a lot of people interested in it. PvP takes the form of 1v1 and 3v3 matches in the Coliseum, and for the most part looks like a lot of fun. So if you can deal with latency issues and unbalanced matchmaking, then I'm sure the PvP would be a blast. Lost Ark is an undeniably beautiful game. It plays a lot more like Diablo 3 than it does something like Black Desert, and honestly, it shares a lot of similarities with games of its kind than it does traditional MMOs. The combat was highly enjoyable. Trying to learn my skills admittedly took a little longer than I'd imagined it would, but in the grand scheme of things, there really aren't that many skills to master. My main issues with the game were the fact that I had to use right-click to move my character, and I couldn't find an option to change that anywhere, which meant that there was absolutely no WASD movement to use. This, to me, felt incredibly clunky, and it was almost as though at times I was pointing and clicking where I wanted to move with the mouse like I used to in older MMOs in the past. There are a lot of pros to the game, and there are definitely some very noticeable cons, but all in all, I still feel like the game turned out pretty good. I'm going to reserve final judgment of the game for when I hit much later content, but as of right now, I am still excited to get back in. But that is just my opinion, my first impressions of this game. What do you guys think? Did you enjoy it? Do you enjoy it? Are you looking forward to eventually trying it out, or do you even want to? Let me know down in the comments below, and let's talk about it. Anyway guys, that is it for me. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.